Chirping birds. Normally this would be a good time to reflect upon the beauty of nature. But it's 6 a.m. Grab my hair with the pillow, I slam my head in the mattress, hoping that he'd back up to me instantly back to sleep. Futile. I toss and turn, but sleep simply won't return to me. Alright, nature, you won. See? I'm getting up now. Let sleep weighs my mind down, but there's only one way for this. A nice, hearty breakfast. You'd nice to be the first person here. Be the person digging a perfect meal of food to sit wherever we desire. Would have been nice. Being exceptionally early starts, but we've had the most diligent students. There are quite a few people that have early starts here, for one reason or another. Who students in sport clothes sit around one table, eagerly discussing in-game plans in between inhaling great gulps of food. Scattered around the hall are a number of theory-art students, always suffering the same element myself, nosy birds. And of course, there are people who actually enjoy getting up this early. Ones with their bags filled with textbooks and complete homework. Tired is five people like that, even more when you're tired yourself. Began a familiar face from the thin crowd, I head for the nearest table. Lily sits alone, delicately fitting away a small plate of eggs with a fork. No one seemed to interrupt her clockwork movements. Wonder, is that what blind person turns out? Simply moving in predetermined patterns learned over the years, like simply outside a person would eat while you're reading a newspaper? Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect you to be here this early. Oh, Sal. You started me. I didn't know you took breakfast this early. I don't. This is actually the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Late is a small sigh at mid-tardius, so I can eat my food. Didn't take long to lost back in her previous mindless nibbling. Each sort of motion lacks energy. I suppose it's similar to letting your eyes wander while pouring in the ordinary chore. If you attention to the few fine/eat food cycle, Lee puts down her fork and dabs her lips in a napkin. So do you mind if I ask you a question? Damn, all my little food and about 4 hours of sleep, and nobody says, "Can I ask you a question?" for a simple question. Sure. Think Kanako is a friend? Huh, he's a leading question. I guess so. Why do you ask? No real reason. Damn it, everybody says that. This gets serious, hold on. Let me tell you what I was gonna say. Nobody says no real reason for no real reason. That's not a thing. Whenever there's no real reason, there's a reason. It's like when somebody says nothing, it's something, and someone says it's fine, it's probably not fine. Well, some cases it's not, but some cases it is. But I don't know. I do have another question though. Why does he think is her a friend? Well, this is below my level. What is she expecting from me? Not really sure. I guess there's a little different ways she deals with people. So I know she hasn't really connected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people. I think people are a little scared off by her appearance. Really? I thought that kind of thing was discouraged here, discriminating and such. Fair put it one way. Furrows a brow in thought, a move that makes you say things what she's plucking from her mind. I say that you're a little naive. Naive? But insulted, not for the slightly cynical grin on her face. I see. However, the smaller since community compared to other schools, it's far from being free of conflict. Those things not remove human nature. After all, only suppress it. Something I noticed, actually. Just little things, how certain people and cliques avoid each other in hallways. It's no different than my old school, really. Even the ladies Zazun consider Bill rivals, even though they seem like fairly accepting people. Well, at least Mr. Zazun does. Who knows what actually goes on in the fingers behind the glasses. Well, you're right. But when I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. I kept on making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making mistakes. Like when you first met, and I said, "I see" to you. I didn't know that was considered rude or anything, so I just put it in the back of my mind, treating people any differently and that kind of thing. So I didn't. I told myself Takuma and everyone else was just normal, and I tried to ignore the obvious. I tried to talk about you any other person, so and we became friends. At least, that's how I think it happened. But, you know, I feel guilty just saying that out loud. It took some extra effort to think of Hanako or you or anyone else here as normal people. I don't think that's right. So I think you're naive, but I think you're also a good person. Perhaps one of your better traits. I suppose I can take that as a compliment. Tell me, are you free tonight? If you don't count homework, then I'm free as a breeze. In that case, I care to join myself and not go for tea? Don't really have that much money at the moment, so going out isn't really... I don't mean going out, just here, this evening. You guys visit classrooms in the evening here? No, that's not what I meant. Not when I often use my room for tea parties together. Tea parties? Sorry. Please feel free to drop by after dusk. Well, I imagine tea parties. I imagine, like, Lily and Akko sitting next to each other with, like, it's just a bunch of stuffed animals everywhere. Sorry. I don't know. That's what I imagine when you say tea parties. Like the childish, like, tea parties. I don't know. Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your room number? 225. Room 25 on the second floor. Knock off 10 off that, it's room 215, but... And this isn't a hotel, it's a dormitory, and there aren't, or at least I don't think there are, a ton of people wanting to tell me their life story. And there's dark secrets, and, partners that went rogue, and I shot them, and, anyway. Enough of referencing a game I did before. That's kind of cryptic, and you only know if we played the game, so let's watch the videos, but blah! Anyway. Okay, sure. Well then, I'd best be off. I have class for dinner duties to tend to, after all. Till this evening, so. Yeah, catch you later. Yeah, was I justified to a girls from after hours? Not even allowed. There's curfew here, but I never heard any rules about visitor in dorm rooms. So it's even a good way to get my supervisor jump-sighted. Jump-sighted, because sighted is a thing. That's a word now. Jump-started. I like to a lukewarm breakfast, and you have one hell of a pick-me-up. I originally go to class, still a little excited at the prospect of breaking the rules. I feel like a little kid having to sneak out of his window at night. Well, maybe it's going a little too far, but you give her an invitation to a party's exclusive of lectures. Wait, what? Maybe that's going a little too far, but when you compare an invitation to a party to 6 or 4 hour lectures, I think I know which one wins. Oh, okay. Mission Zoom is a little relieved by the boredom either. For once, they seem determined to actually complete Muto's assignments. Nevertheless, the day eventually rises to a close. I hurry back to my room to wash up and comb my hair. Thankfully I don't run into Kenji. Before long, I'm leaving the boys' dorm. The nurse up on the door, marked 225, checking my watch once again. Is that you, Isao? The door is open. You can come in. Lily's voice slits the door and smooths my nerves.